Yo, yo, yo. Hi, everybody. It's Thursday night. It's August 31st. Gonna review some reading material and let's just get going. I picked up Dawn Attack. Oh, yeah, I showed you. This. Dawn Attack. Well, I read it today. It was pretty good. The art, let's see, script. Jody Hauser and Eric Campbell. Art, Diego Yapur and Dan McDade. Pages 10, 11, 12. And this is the original painting, well, a copy of it. And from that they created a story. I thought it was just going to be a one-issue story, but it says and there's some, it says next issue, you know. And what's great about these is they have a color gallery. They have a cover C by Dan Panosian. I really like his. I mean, Frazetta, of course, but the one I got, it's good, but I like the Panosian one, or the Dave Dorman. It's really good, but yeah, it's a good story. I'll at least get issue 2. It's cool. It's like it's fantasy sci-fi. Her name is Dawn, but I finished a book. I finished Dark Angel by Donna Ball from 1996. What's the year? 98. 1998. So, okay. The lucky survivor of a freak accident, Virginia Beach teacher Ellen Cox, is pulled from the wreckage of her car shaken and deathly afraid. Her name belongs to a stranger. The town where she was born has no record of her birth, and the street where she lived doesn't exist. Then the dreams begin. Dreams of a childhood she has no memory of living. Is it amnesia, selective memory, or something far more dangerous? An unstoppable killer has emerged from the recesses of Ellen's buried past. A killer that FBI agent Matt Graham has been hunting for months. 11 women have already been brutally slain. Ellen could become the 12th, for she is being stalked by a madman guided by his own twisted visions, driven by a need only Ellen can comprehend, if she can only remember in time. Dark Angel. Sounded good. This is 368 pages. It took me about 2 weeks to read. I'll give it a 3. 3 out of 5. Manos Hands of Fate. I like the cover. Cool looking little church there. Cool title, Dark Angel. Donna Ball, competent writer, and this is the kind of book. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm going to compare her to Layman. Layman is he just goes for it, man. He's in there. Grabs you by the lapels, and he's like, come on, and he takes you on this wild ride. Stuff's always happening. This one is like, okay, we're chugging along. She has some good descriptive moments, like where I know what she's feeling, I know what she's describing. It's really good stuff. And then nothing happens. Halfway through the book, I felt I didn't know who Ellen was or her boyfriend. And then we'll go spend time with the FBI agent. And then I don't feel like we really get to know him. And then she describes, well, not even describes, but there's pages written about the killer. And I was like, I have no idea who he is. He's like a nobody. He's like no character. He's just a killer that's killing for his own reasons. And I don't need descriptions of gruesome gore or gouts of bloodletting. and her descriptions were enough, and there was some pretty like harrowing stuff. Like he kills a baby, and it's not graphically described, but and it's weird. Like I got through the first 100 pages just fine, and then by page, I say like 250, I was maybe closer to 300. Definitely like the last 50 pages, I was like, I don't care. Less than 100 pages. There was less than 100 pages for me to read, and I just felt no sense of urgency or like any. We were really leading towards anything. It was, but it just I didn't care. There's kind of a showdown. Totally humorless. There's nothing funny or like I was like, oh, that's weird or that's cool. There's nothing. This is just so by the numbers. And I've read books like this before and liked them or thought I liked them, but now that I've discovered, Richard Lehman and Joy Lansdale and Brian Keene, it's really all I can think of off the top of my head, or like Thor. Those are great, and this was just this again. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was just almost its worst. Just right down the middle, serviceable book that. Oh man, but yeah, I guess if you're stuck somewhere like a train station or an airport and you had nothing to do, it'd be good, but yeah, I mean, there were times where I was like, just stop, but it was never, it was never bad enough to put down. Maybe I should have put it down though, but it was a painless read. There was there was one really good part, and it's just like the FBI agent, what's his name, Graham. Oh yeah, and this is just like a rip off of Silence of the Lambs, and even it seems more like the movie than the book. But the FBI agent Matt Graham, it's not even him. Like, man, there was some frustrating parts, and I'm not going to go into it. But like one of the agents is talking about him, why he quit the agency, and it's because there was a girl got kidnapped. They knew who the perpetrator was, and he tracked him down, and he like found out where he was hiding, and he found the girl like in a crawl space, and like he had to leave her there because he couldn't, like, she was in a cage and he couldn't get through it, so he left to find something to get her out of there, and he got shot by her abductor. The killer took the girl, but then they found her alive and they saved her, but she was so traumatized, like she killed herself a couple of years later, and I was like, oh man, that's horrible. That was way more exciting than anything else in the book. And there was like a mass murder that had happened a long time ago. They're like, oh, it's the worst mass murder in history of America. I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere, but it's not the main story. Anyway, Dark Angel. I'm just gonna give it away to like the Pink Zeppelin books. I'm trying to build up a stack of books that I can just give them. I mean, I don't have anything to do with these books. I don't want to try to sell them or anything. People can have them and they can sell them, and no one can ever read it again. They would just get passed around, like, and it'll make $1 for someone. But Dark Angel, I'm sorry, I wanted it to be good. I've already started another book, and that's not faring out too well either, but I have to finish it because I just paid for it, and I feel like I have to. Like, I got this for like $1. I did what it. Anyway, that's about it. I'm watching something to review. I mean, I'll do some more comics, whatever. I'll see you later.